Good evening and welcome to Germany, where today we'll be taking a tour of one of the largest shoe and apparel companies, Adidas. Okay. At their headquarters, we will be taking a tour of their CEO office to see the start and founder of their company. Next, we will be wandering the halls to see some of their celebrity endorsements that they have hanging on the wall. And finally, we will take a little break in the conference room to end our tour and look at their future plans for 2025. Now, you might wonder who started the iconic three stripes. According to famouspeople.com, it was Adolf Dassler, also known as Adi Dassler. He had a goal to make shoes that specialized in each individual sport. Because he was an athlete in his early age, and at the start, they all used the same shoes for every single event. Him and his brother Rudolph decided to create a company called the Dassler Brothers Shoe Company, where they would specialize in creating these shoes. Rudolph was the marketing genius behind their company's success, and Adi had the great designs. Their company really took off when they got into the Olympics, where 4 athletes used their shoes. Because these athletes used their shoes, they gained a lot of influence and got some international players to join the Adidas brand. Well, Dassler's brand at the time. Some of these were the German team. And in the 1936 Olympics, Jesse Owens would use their shoe to win 4 gold medals. Because of the success with their company from him, he gained a lot of influence. But due to World War II, their decline happened. When Rudolph would join the Nazi Party because they didn't want their factory to get destroyed, but ended up being turned into a weapons manufacturing company, which Adi did not like at all and took very personal that his brand was getting destroyed. So they would split off at the end of World War II, Adi creating Adidas and his brother Rudolph creating Puma. These two would be rivals for the rest of their lives and never really talk to each other ever again. At the age of 77, Adi died in 1978 and would create apparel, bags, and the soccer ball that would be used in the World Cup before his death. When he died, he would give his company to his mom. He had created one of the world's largest apparel and shoe stores in the world. Now let's stride into the hallway to see some of their celebrity endorsements. Adidas has over 50,000 endorsements. Some are Jesse Owens, which was their first major one. We have Chris Bryant, which you might know today for playing for the Cubs. Aaron Rodgers, of course, for the Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl winner Patrick Mahomes. And Argentina World Cup winner Messi. And, of course, David Beckham. These 2 athletes on the right hold the largest contracts in history for Adidas, with one being $34 million and David Beckham having a $136 million contract. Now that we saw some of their endorsements, let's head to the conference room to wrap up this meeting. Adidas stated that their 3 main goals are being renewable, credible, and also their e-tailing for the future. Now let's take a little deeper look into these 3 points. First, we have being renewable. They would like their shoes to be 100% renewable so they can be made out of recycled materials. They'd also like to be able to break down their shoes to be able to remake them. And finally, they would like to be the shoes that are made out of natural materials. That way, it's easier and better for the environment. When it comes to being credible, they want not men to trust the brand, but also women, because they found out when looking at their numbers that most people that rock the 3 stripes are men. So they'd like to advertise more for the women and do some apparel for them and shoes. When it comes to their e-tailing, they would like to move from brick and mortar stores to all online. That way they can get better feedback on what people like about their brand, whether it's their shoes, apparel, or other accessories that they create. Now that we heard about Adidas, we can't forget about the acronym that they use. All day I dream about shoes. Today that we learned about the early history of Adidas and who the founder was. Then we talked about the celebrity endorsements they have. And finally, plans for Adidas. But this tour would not be complete without a souvenir. So everybody will be getting a pair of Yeezys.